And for this negativity about dark future, we have to resort to this stress reduction techniques and focus on what is really within our reach, what we can really control. And at the same time, we have to focus on possibilities, not on our fears. And this relaxation techniques, mindfulness, all these can be very helpful tool in
Thank you.
resorting this apprehension.
Thank you, Professor Sonia. Now, my next question will go to Professor RP from actually from Psychology Department, Jammu University. Madam, the question is like this. I find that my husband fight a lot and got aggressive on small issues, being all the time in the house. How should I handle this situation at home? Professor RP Bakshi.
Yeah. As we all know, there is a drastic change in the routine of every person in the family, and there is a feeling of fear, insecurity, how long it will persist. Nobody knows about it. So there can be certain personal, family, and other issues which is to be dealt with precautions. Everyone is having their own individual differences, likes, dislikes. So first of all, we have to recognize each other, acknowledge and accept as it is for that moment. And a person should not be defensive always. You have to understand the situation. Check your own attitude towards it. It has to be positive for everyone in the family. That creates a lot of problem between the couple also. Listen to the worries, fears, emotions, feelings with due care and give some personal space to everybody, especially to your husband, for their own self to be seen and developed. Plan the activities which can make your relationship strong. It has to be introspect yourself. Both of them has to introspect, respect each other, full support, and do the timely activities together, cooking, cleaning, gardening, household activities, etc.
Okay, thank you, Professor, for a very crisp answer to the issue raised by the person, on the online, counseling. Now, my next question will go to Professor Wahida Khan. She is the former Professor Health Psychology Department of Jamia Millia. Present, she is the Dean, Faculty of Social Science, Behavioral Sciences, at SGT University. Professor Wahida Khan, the question goes like this. More and more irritation is surrounding me these days, and I feel not talking with anyone. What should I do under these circumstances? Professor Wahida Khan.
Thank you, Dr. Chadda, for organizing such a very meaningful discussion today. So, and thanks for inviting me. First of all, we all know that we are passing through a very stressful situation, which is because of lockdown and because of uncertainty all around. So it's quite natural that all of us are facing stresses in our life. So stresses may be of different kinds, we all know, but this irritability comes when we are under stress. And this irritability is also known as a common emotion. We know that we are human beings. We have a lot of emotions, positive as well as negative. But irritability is mainly due to stress. And we have to find out what are the sources of stress at home, at workplace, at any other place, because of the future. The children, our parents are there, or if students are there, they are very much concerned about their studies, etc. And other economic factors also now creep in. Earlier it was not there. Although we are quite getting used to this, but I think adaptability also brings number of challenges with human beings. So it is quite natural. So one should try. So the main problem is that we feel less tolerant to the people, to the surroundings which are there. So it is, therefore we are feeling irritable, therefore we are feeling under stress. So what we should do, that is an important point, and that is that we should look into our daily routine. First of all, there are certain consequences of stress. For example, anxiety, depression, and if it is continued, that is more dangerous. It may result into depression and even suicide also. So it's very important to check this kind of feeling at early stage and try to become adjusted to the situation with the help of some kind of routine, some kind of specific timings of sleep, because lack of sleep is also one of the cause of irritation, and other causes are also there. If somebody having health problems, for example, hypertension or diabetes or any other kind of physical ailment, that may or hormonal disturbances, because or if it is a period by which a woman is passing through, which is known as premenstrual syndrome. So hormonal changes are also very important. So we look into the dynamics, and we should also try to adjust to the situation as far as we can, try to avoid this such kind of emotion, because it will be very dangerous later on if it is continued in our life.
So basically, what you're saying, very rightly, you're saying one needs to recognize there's obviously a symptom which can come. One should recognize them and try to make an attempt to help it. It's not very difficult. It's a little challenge, but one can manage. Thank you, Professor Vahida Khan.
Yes.
My next question will go to Professor Sonia from MD University of Psychology. The question goes like this, which many people are asking. My children are staying abroad, and I'm worried for them that I may not see them in this very life. How to overcome this thought, or is it true that I may not see them in this life? Professor Sonia.
Right, sir, because many parents whose children are staying abroad, they are having this fear, they are having this apprehension, because world was not used to such a situation of lockdown. And it is a pandemic, it's so global, and staying away, social distancing, at least in this generation, in this life, we have come across such a situation for the first time. So such insecurities can be very, very stressful, especially parents, because there are no flights and everything has been come to a deadlock. And especially we human beings are in such situation become very weak, very insecure, and thanatophobia, fear of losing someone, that is really looming large these days. And such parents, we would suggest that stop trying to control things. The more you accept that you can't control the future, more you are going to be relaxed and live in the present, here and now, and do what you can make best out of this situation. Spend time with them online, maybe. It is social distancing, not emotional distancing. And never let those fear of loss keep you away from being close to those loved ones. And I will also suggest, write down your fears, put your thoughts down in a stress journal. Trust what you can cope, hope, optimism. We always believe कि I do agree man is a social animal, and it's very difficult for present circumstances accepting all these things, but hope sustains life. If darkness is there, can we stop dawn coming from in? So trust, live in the moment, talk to your partners, trusted ones frequently about these things, make peace with yourself, and again that relaxation techniques, breathing, so that you can have more calmness, more control on yourselves. And I will suggest insert humor, हंसिए, and जो है humor connects us, and that can dispel our such irrational, because in the end situation is gloomy, but we can always cope up with that. The things are going to be
we can come out. We can come out with a positive mindset. We can come. It's not very difficult.
Positive mindset, it has to be there.
I agree with. Thank you, Professor Sonia. Now, my next question will go to Professor Aarti from Psychology Department. Professor Aarti, staying at home all the time is very boring and making life meaningless, not worth of my existence. See what the person asked me is making my life meaningless, no worth of my existence. What should I do under these circumstances? What do you suggest to a psychologist?
Yeah, first of all, we have to normalize our feelings. Others also to share with us, because everyone is in their condition, but not under their control. So do tasks which gives you a feeling of happiness,
satisfaction,
pleasure.
pleasure.
So that's all about set a schedule, daily routine you have to follow, because the total routine
is changed. And you are free from your work also.
practice a mindset of gratitude,
Gratitude.
because every time you are home and pay gratitude to the people who are helping you in any
Any of the way.
and think of it as a blessing.
in disguise.
You want time for everything,
Working,
but
but
you
you
didn't
didn't get any
have time.
time on those days.
This
This
is the
is the
time
time
when
when actually you think of it, which you really want to do, and
try
to complete
task and find some meaning in your life.
Okay. Thank you.
To be some goal in your life. Keep yourself busy.
which you think that I can do it, pursue your
Hobbies, whatever you like, create
something
new
new,
or practice your healthy
Thank
living. Your
Thank
diet
you.
diet is to be
accordingly and your social network so
that your feeling can be
shared by
everyone
those who want are comfortable with.
Okay.
So we have to take care of all those things. The different media, we can chat, we can conference, we can call,
Thank you,
the
Professor.
people who are real.
Thank you, Professor Aarti. Now, my next question will go to Professor Vahida Khan. Professor Vahida Khan, what advice you would like to give to homemakers who have been staying in the house, before lockdown time, and now also after lockdown time, they are at home doing all household work. What advice, Professor Vahida Khan, would you like to give to homemakers during lockdown time?
Yes, it's this kind of situation is being faced by. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
We can.
So I think hopelessness is really a very bad situation if a person faces, because it is a root cause of many psychological problems or health related problems. So as a student or as an adult, one should not think much about the future. Try to concentrate on the present and try to control such kind of emotions by making yourself, realizing yourself very wealthy, self-worthy person, a person who can achieve many things in life. So desperation, hopelessness are very bad, and one have to see that there is a good future in front of us. It is not only this period which will be hindering all kind of success or kind of our future activities, etc. So this is an emotion which should be, if it is prolonged, if it is prolonged and overwhelms a person, then it is not good for our physical health as well as mental health. So it's important to overcome all such kind of feelings of worthlessness, hopelessness, etc. by having a positive attitude, by having positive thinking, by talking to your friends and people who are around you, who are passing through this situation, and how they can, because for students, peer group is very important. So try to make a connection with your teachers, with your peer group, and see what could be done, which is more, as Aarti said, more meaningful in your life, and which makes you oriented towards your goal which you have set earlier. So I think all these things will pass through. I am very much optimistic. I have seen that people can overcome number of challenges, number of adversities, and we as Indians, all Indians are more resilient. They can deal with any kind of challenging situation, and they come out successful out of this adversity, and will be utilizing their resilient capacities much more better way, because we have so many things culturally, religiously, socially around us, and our family system is so strong that we can overcome any kind of hopelessness or helplessness.
There are a number of students, who have given a call, Professor Vahida. They asked that they find very difficult to concentrate during this time of lockdown, uncertainty. And they have the fear they will get failed. The future in dark. Would you kindly
Yes.
give as a psychologist some advice to them?
I think we should not focus much on future. We should concentrate on the present. Whatever we have
Present, yeah.
already, try to make it or try to utilize your time in a much more constructive, creative ways. And do not think about that future is dark, because it is not going to happen. This situation is going to change, and all our education system organizations and all people are advising that we are going to have exams, etc., and admissions will be maybe taking place a bit later. But this time, try to, if you are having any kind of situation earlier, psychological problem, then it is very important that try to contact a professional advice, a professional counselor. Contact a professional counselor, he is going to help you. If it is minor problem of concentration, to try to improve your eating habits, your daily schedule, your sleeping timings, etc. Try to do the things which you are most interested, which you were not able to do earlier. So do not be in a very passive mood. Try to make it useful.
Be
Is
optimistic.
it- Yeah.
One should be optimistic. Things will change. Things will return back. It might take a little
Yes,
more
yes.
time. What you're saying. So what basically you're trying to say? Think positively. Don't think about the future.
Yes, yes, yes.
Future will come. Make the present good. Future will come with that.
Yes, yes, it's important. It is important to be positive. Our thinking, our emotions, our cognitions, our thoughts have to be in right direction. We should not be going here and there. So try to focus one thing at one time and do another thing at another time. So the schedule is very important, and I think it is a time to learn many new things. It's an opportunity to do many things new in our life. So we can try our interests which we were not able, for example, music, reading, drawing, painting, or it's an opportunity to spend a lot of time with our family, with our friends. We don't have time to talk to others in our earlier days, but how we may connect. So connectivity, meaningfulness to life and routine and your healthy habits
In fact,
to be.
what we are doing just now, also by virtual, also we are just trying to, our psychology, we're trying to connect ourselves. People should make connectivity. Continue with the connectivity. Don't break the connectivity. That's a very good point. Now, my next question will go to Sonia ji. Sonia ji, what kind of advice, one or two advice, short, I'm running short of time, you like to give to the elderly population?
Like for elderly, they are at greater risk. So I would just advise that keep regular medication and other supplies well stocked. And they have to postpone unnecessary doctor visits, which can be taken up later on. They have to avoid travel. Obviously, now because of deadlock, we are not in a position to go. Decide on some plan and they must have some emergency number always with them ready. Stay sanitized. Keep yourself involved, as Professor Vahida was saying, very rightly said, that you have to involve yourself. Maybe walk, very light exercise, spending time with your children and grandchildren. Social connectivity, that is very, very important. And then keep ready with essentials, updated information, and stay busy, of course, in positive thinking, doing such things, social connectivity, as I just virtual connectivity, but as we are doing right now, but they have to remain connectivity. And simple use of technology, they must be able to have access. And my very important point, which I would like to suggest, that they have to respond to multi-generational living with their children and maybe grandchildren, because that bond is very strong. And studies have proved that in the company of our grandchildren, our health, our well-being is definitely enhanced.
But difficulty these days, with the mobility, so much mobility for jobs, the children have to go to other cities, and parents are left behind in the village, So they're fortunate if they're staying in 3 generations together, but that's a very rare phenomenon. That matter need to be.
Yes, Professor Chadha, empty nest syndrome is very much prevalent. I do agree, because of the modern system. And but
Yeah.
if they can access and stay connected virtually, online, through whatever media they can,
Vida,
but they must spend some time with grandchildren and their children, and
Vida
vice
ji,
versa.
thank you. Vida ji, would you like to put any point for elderly advice?
I think, first of all, if elderly is staying with families, they are in a very, I think, good
Comfortable.
situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comfortable.
Yes, that's the support, big support. And I know the family values in Indian system are like that. And for others who are looking after them, they should also see to it that it is a time to serve them. Our values make us like that, that we will be
Thank you.
earning a lot of will, or we will be doing a lot of good prayers are there from elderly. So we may, our self-confidence will be boosted more if we are serving
Thank
our
you.
elderly well. That is, our well-being will be enhanced. That's the
Okay.
point.
Thank you. Well, my last question will go to Professor Aarti from Jammu, HOD Psychology. Aarti ji, would you give any advice to the student population?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to make that they should have a structured way of their timetable, because this is maybe the new start, the new life for them. Some may be at the 10th, 12th stage, they are opening for their careers and choices, which they have to study. And in that, they must know what do they want to go in for it. They must know the proper syllabus for that, and what are the difficulty levels of the exams, whether they are able to do this or not, and what are the sources of books they will refer to, all those things. And if we talk about courses, it is too much. And if we are not selective and oriented towards the focus towards that, it will be just, you will be just like in the sea. And with that, you have to be selective, and you have to practice certain exercises in the form of whatever career you are choosing, your exams you are choosing for that, and watch for related videos if you are unable to understand certain things because of lockdown. You are not meeting your teachers directly. Virtually, they can be of very good support for you, and have self-confidence in yourself so that you can easily work it out. So you must devote 6 to 8
Thank you.
hours as you are not
Thank you.
going to your schools and colleges, and there will be some healing time for them. That means you have to keep your sleep time 6 to 8 hours. That is very important. Work out for your fitness, that is physical fitness is very important, and do some yogic exercises so that mentally also you are alert to take all those things, all the stresses
Thank
which
you.
are coming on the way. And the family time, which definitely is very important, because we all are at home. 2 to 4 hours
Thank you.
one must give, because everybody is having their own phones and own chatting, and that is going on. We have to be very specific about it. When we are with
Thank
the
you.
family, we have to support our parents
Thank
in
you.
the daily activities, and a social relationship is to be there. Keep bonding with them, maintain the relationship with the distant ones whom you like
you.
it. Try to share your things about the COVID-19 with the ones who are unable to understand. What are the preventive
Okay.
measures?
Thank you.
Measures can be
Thank,
there,
thank,
and some support, some social
thank,
service take part in that,
thank,
as
thank you.
our
Thank
Prime
you.
Minister
For,
has already
yeah.
said regarding this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, all the three panelists. So we could have, I know, continued this discussion for a very long time. You have so much idea and so much vast experience. Each one of you have 30, 40-year experience behind, I know, that speaking in the panel. But here I have to close because my time is over. So I will close now. I'm sure that this panel discussion will be very helpful and useful to the listeners. The listeners will get benefited. And we promise, I'm promising on behalf of all the three panelists that they would be available to us in the future also. We will try to organize another panel discussion to take up other issues, because there are so many other questions. I could only take 6, 7 questions, not all questions I could take. And they will benefit. I enjoyed personally. I'm sure my panelists must have enjoyed this panel discussion. And I can wish you stay safe and have a wonderful day. And definitely, as the positivity have come from each one of you, with a positive note, I'm sure we will come out from this crisis shortly.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, Dr. Chadda.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Aarti.
Bye. Bye. Bye, ma'am. Bye, sir.
Bye. Bye.